Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today we're going to be playing some Timber and Stone at the Land of Islay Season 3. Didn't move then. I was supposed to move but didn't, it's fine. I like how the only bit of colour that we have is those two flags. They're quite nice. I do like the fact that we put them next to all of our sort of entrances to the inn. It definitely sort of helps to specify the fact that this is a place of, well, comfort, I suppose. I feel comfortable looking at these. Some of you may have noticed my voice sounds a little bit more bassy than it usually does. That's because I've got a cold. So, yeah, bit nasally. So I do apologise about that. It's been like that for the last week now. I don't really care about having cold, to be honest with you, because I get quite nostalgic when I have a cold. It's a bit weird. Colds remind me of Christmas. It always does, probably because one of my sort of favourite Christmases, I don't know, were, in fact, when I had a cold. Well, I had a cold during that time, so I don't know why. I get nice and nostalgic and Christmassy for some reason when I have a cold. Kind of weird. Maybe some other people have the same, well, maybe it has the same effect on some other people as is probably the appropriate time of year to get a cold. Anyway, we have a trader right here. He's looking quite fantastic. Slowly making his way towards our base. He has to go through the tolling booth first before he does anything. Finette, show him how it's done. Oh, okay, yep. I think she took something from him. It looked like there was a transaction for a little bit of a second there. Didn't really notice it myself because of Finette's sleight of hand, which is quite nice. So, last session, we created it ourselves the roofs for most of our housing. This looks a little bit strange. We haven't really done many of the windows, or at least not for all of the houses, plus we need to actually get the doorways done, which should be pretty fantastic. Maybe some of these houses do need a little bit of the chimneys as well, along with interior decorating. We have no wooden logs right now, which means furnacing, well, we don't have any fuel for our furnaces, so we need to actually change this to coal for the time being. Well, even though we don't really have too much coal, we need to go around and maybe get some more, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So, we do need to construct ourselves the sort of church-like structure for our world. I'm not sure what design to really go for, to be honest with you, but I'm sort of thinking standard sort of town, England church, that kind of thing. Very simple. There'll be a bell tower, maybe. I've got some tea with me right now, as well as water, as well, because it's always good to have a little bit of both. But I don't think I want to put it here, because it's going to be quite small, to be honest with you. I might just go ahead and put this road together, maybe sort of flatten the land around here just a little bit more. Make it a bit larger, just so that it's more pronounced. Although the only problem with that is that it might end up being taller than the castle, which we don't want. It should be alright. It's going to be predominantly stone, although the top half of the building will be made out of wood, specifically the tower. But I'm going to try and morph it in to the tower so that there's sort of like a stone plating, as if going around it, keeping its structure in form, but the wood sort of representing the main base of the tower. It's going to be pretty interesting to see, and then maybe the top of it. I mean, it's going to be roofed off. It definitely will be. Using the sort of stone roofing that we have right here. If we just go to our roofing, the ceramic roof. Someone did say that it probably would be a good idea to change some of these roofs into some of the orange ones that we're using. I mean, I'm thinking about it right now, and I do think it's a good idea. We might want to keep some of these for the time being and change the roofs on some of them. Maybe even change some of them to the stone roof, just to make it look a little bit more random, as it were. But no, I quite like the wooden sort of look of these houses. That's what I'm trying to go for right now. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try one roof with the orange. It's just I think it's too bright. That's the only problem I have really with it. It's a bit too vibrant for the sort of dark look that we have right now. Well, it's not completely dark. It's not like some weird dystopian future or anything like that, but it's definitely not as light as the orange roof that we have right over there. Well, what's it called? It's very similar to the other roof one. You got ceramic roof and you got ceramic tiles. There you go. So they're tiles, this one over here, and the other one, the more stone-looking roof, is the roof. So fantastic. We got that out of the way with. So let's actually get down to it. We have a lot of stone with us right now, but not too much wood. I feel like we have probably enough wood, though, to construct sort of the parts of the cathedral that I was specifying earlier. So let's see. We need to actually fill this in with probably grass or something. Then again, we do need to have a flooring. So maybe we just get that done first. This can just be a part of the flooring. Although flattening this out would be a good idea. I am planning to have some graveyards at this back bit right here, just to get rid of some space and make it look a little bit more interesting. So don't worry, we're not making more houses, even though we are actually making more houses at some point. But still, cathedral is what we're working on right now, and hopefully we might be able to get it done before the end of today's session. Ha 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 ha, as if. There we go. Right. Let's see. How do I even start here? I don't really know. I think for now, I want to get rid of all these corners here. We don't need to bother getting rid of those large chunks. Just get rid of the sort of corner blocks that we have, because they're very annoying to deal with. We'll do the same right here, only we'll do it on a smaller scale. There we are. A little bit easier to deal with at that point. And we'll get rid of all that bit as well. I think we're okay here. Oh, no, there's some corner blocks right here I think I'd rather get rid of. Just for the time being, we're going to make a little bit of a mess while we're creating this structure. Because I want it to be on a flat surface, I'm not going to lie. It's just a little bit easier to deal with. Although, having it go down a little bit on the bottom layer, which will then go into the graveyard, might look quite nice. Actually, probably would look quite nice. I think probably will go down into the graveyard rather than just sort of straight into it. So, for now, let's get this mined up. Let's change all of our current builders into miners. Although we probably do want to get a few builders just to make some of those houses. But for now, we're going to leave them and just focus all of our efforts on creating the church building. So, here's all of our builders. Let's just turn them all into miners. There we are, fantastic. Let's just all hopefully get their jobs done, or at least started with. Let's see, we do have some food right here. Oh, here we go, the terrible trades. The merchant is willing to buy 50 cloth for 5 coins. No. I would like to buy some seeds, that'd be fantastic. I don't care how much they cost. Just a lot of seeds, please. The merchant is willing to buy 5,006 cotton for 101 coin. To be honest with you, are we actually going to use this cotton? We haven't really been using it. I'm just trying to find out how much we actually have. We have 8,084. You know what? It's not an amazing trade, but it will free up some of our storage space in sort of the miscellaneous tree, which I guess is alright. That's not really something I care much about. We can make lots of cotton, and we still have 2,000 of it. The merchant is willing to sell 417 plaster for 84 coins. Nope. Terrible. But, yeah, we still have quite a lot of wool already. Cotton even. 3,000 to be exact. Nope, that's terrible. But now we have like 101 coins. That was actually an alright deal, considering that it is a renewable resource. We can just sort of keep making it. The merchant is willing to sell... no. I'm not sure why I'm even trying to buy the wood and stone, to be honest with you. It's not really a great deal, ever. I just want to buy all the stuff that's actually a pain to get. So, you know what? We're going to stop buying the wood and the brick. I keep saying wood, I mean timber. Speaking of wood, we should probably chop some of it down. Might be a good idea. That transition there was a little bit slow. There we are. It's probably going to be a little bit slow today anyway, so we're just going to chill out. Relax, all cool. I haven't actually uploaded the last episode of the previous season yet. I can't remember what it was called. It was definitely called something. I prefer to sort of gather up all these trees at the last minute, to be honest with you. So we're going to leave them for the time being. All of our miners right now are doing a pretty fantastic job. So we are just going to go up completely, using all of the terrain that we can with grass. Which I think is just dirt. I'm not sure what you actually need to make grass. I'm pretty sure it's just dirt. Yeah, it's for dirt. We have plenty of dirt. So we're just going to do this. There we go. Maybe not the last layer, actually. Just this bit to sort of flatten things out. We're going to do the same thing right here, just to get rid of some space. This bit we'll keep for the time being. And actually, we'll chop this bit off. Because we want to make the actual flooring. And since... you know, it's already mined out. It'll be easy if we just make the flooring and then put the wall around it and then put the grass around it. I think that'll make life significantly easier. So let's go back to terrain. Let's get some grass. Do we want to put the grass around here? I think so. It'll make life a little bit easier. At least this bit. At least this bit. Here as well, we're going to need the grass. I believe so anyway. It looks like we will. Just along here. It should be long enough. I do apologise. Sounds like it's getting worse, isn't it? Right, so we are just going to completely block this off, actually. Because this is going to be the layer where we build the foundation. Or at least the flooring, anyway. And then maybe we can go up it can go up like slightly, like the door could be one up from the floor, which might look quite nice. The only problem I really have with it is that this goes down a layer, which I guess could look nice if we try hard enough. We need to morph with the terrain a little bit, make it somewhat interesting. We're going to mine this far in on this side as well, because like I said, I want it to be quite large. So probably around about here, I think is a decent amount, at least a decent size. We can get a good number of, what the hell they call them? Are they pews? I don't know. It sounds like I said pubes there. Do apologize. What I'm trying to say is general church-like furniture. Hopefully we'll have enough space for all of it. We have bookcases as well. They generally have a large number of bookcases. At least my ones do. So there we are. All full of literature, religious literature. There we are. Fantastic. Hopefully though they won't, well, the church won't be the same size as these houses. Really, the main structure should be about this high, and then the roof starts. I think that's a good number. The only problem I really have is the windows are going to be quite odd. I feel like they're going to be out of place because we don't really have a dedicated window block in timber and stone. So it might look a little bit out of place. Might look alright. I don't really know. We're running the game at high speed. We are. What's the storage issues right now? Treasury is getting a little bit full. That's first time for everything. Metals are also getting a little bit full. What do we have when it comes to metals right now? Raw materials. Where are you? Here we are. Iron ore, 127. Wow. 10 mithril. This is fantastic. So we can actually make ourselves a decent amount of minerals right here. Let's go down to the solid ingots. We can make ourselves, what, 60? I'm not sure I'm doing it, like 64 iron right there, which is fantastic. So we're going to try and make 64 iron. I think we're just going to, actually we should do some strong ingots as well. So let's see, we can make 5 strong ingots. Well, we could try to make 5 strong ingots anyway. We want to make more bricks as well. Let's see if we want to go to our, actually we should be on the same one. We'll just continue to make like 5,000 bricks. It's a good idea just to keep them working. If we actually move this up, it means they'll actually dedicate their time to doing their job. It looks like Islay's already doing a job when it comes to making these solid ingots, so I'm feeling pretty happy about this. Pretty happy about this. The teas, man! Where are you putting them? I'm just trying to find Islay right now. Where are you, blacksmith? Oh, I've hovered over you like 5 times. I'm not sure why. There we are. Islay is doing a good job. And we are just sort of placing down more grass now, just to flatten up this area, or flatten out this area. We are mining all this out right here. We probably want to gather up some of these ores, actually. Let's just gather up the iron and the coal. There we are. Fantastic. Getting a bit sniffly now. I do apologise about that. Let's get some water. There we are. Water. Delicious. Some tin right there. We don't need tin, like, really now. We should really be selling tin, but he never offers to purchase. There we are, tin. We are selling tin. We actually don't have as much as I was expecting. I thought we had like 600 or something, but I guess not. We may as well half it. No scrap metal, but that's because we don't really loot any corpses from the goblins. There's a spider over there in the distance. Not sure how I noticed that. It's quite far away. Let's see. We can get rid of these corpses, since there's no reason keeping them here. I think that one's in the water. There we go, he is. This one's dead somehow. I think he got killed by a skeleton. When they all spawned in, they're all over here, the corpses of the skeletons. Corpses of the skeletons, by the way, very sort of necro band that we're creating right now. It's always band related. There we are. I thought there were skeletons over there. They weren't. They were just our infantry. Frontline infantry. Every time I say it, it's that sort of referencing right there to, I think, The Simpsons? I don't know, actually. It could be the case, so we'll keep Fieri's corpse right there. A name that I never forget. I think that's Luke's corpse, actually. The lumberjacks, man. They have the worst job at the moment. It's going to be a little bit easier, since most of our trees are actually going to be planted at the back now. Or at least we're attempting to do that. Did the game just pause? Wait, a merchant's arrived? Or did that just pop up? Yeah, okay, no, it didn't. I thought that just popped up, but I guess not. Right now our storage is full, though. Very high on metals, so we need to get ourselves more storage units for the metals. We need to get rid of all this as well. Let's see. If we go over to our blacksmiths and just put down another sort of metal... Actually, we could upgrade this. What does it cost to upgrade? 4? Really? It increases its stock to 40, though. I don't think I'm going to do that. I might just put another storage unit down for it. Let's see, where am I going here? Not construction, objects, storage, metal. Right, so we got ingots right here. I don't mind using 2 of them to get a little bit of space, and also it aesthetically pleases myself. And then as for the carts, they cost ingots upgrade actually. So maybe we put a minecart at the front right here. Maybe another one right there. There we are. That should look quite nice. Free up some space. Meanwhile, I'm not sure why everyone has stopped doing stuff over here, but I guess all the builders have gone to sleep or something. So we'll go over to our miners and change them into builders, since now we kind of need them to be builders. Efrel, what were you previously? Because I just changed you and it flicked very quickly, so I'm worried now that you've changed, you know. It looks like you were just a miner anyway. Good, there we are. A little bit scared there. What about you, sniper? It looks like you are a profound woodchopper, a proficient woodchopper. Stonemason, chopper. There we are. Let's go down here. Colby, I think you're new. Ethan, Cameron, Samuel. I don't think Colby's new, actually. I think I just haven't noticed them as much. I'm sorry, Colby. Nothing personal, of course. Let's go to our terrain, put some more grass down in these little holes right here. Beautiful. There we are. It's Christmas, though. There we are. It's our topic at the moment. Very Christmassy. Right now, I'm feeling very Christmassy. Christmas for me now has changed a little bit, though. This December has gone by very quickly. Mostly because I now need to buy, like, very expensive... Well, I don't need to buy very expensive stuff, but... I can't help myself. Giving is always good, isn't it? There we are. That's the whole point, really. I'm just looking forward to getting some new clothing, because I can never be bothered to go out and get clothes. That's why Christmas is great, because I'll get clothes. So there we are. That's really it. I always say you should get someone, if you don't know what to get someone, just get them something that's convenient to them, because they, like, for me, clothes, great, because I'm not going to go out and get myself some clothing. So there we are. I'm not going to go out and pick my own clothing. I mean, you obviously got to trust the person that's getting the clothing for you. They should know. If they know you enough, they know what you like to wear. So there we are. I say there we are. I always say there we are when I'm transitioning, even though it's not really a transition. I'm trying to stick with the same topic. Really, though, I need to actually focus a little bit more on this church structure that we're creating right here. Does it need to be a little bit wider? Like this pathway right here? I think it does. And I don't really mind sort of building the blocks, well, having the blocks hover a little bit. I'll just show you what I mean. Just do this. 4 blocks across, and it sort of hovers off the ground a little bit. And it looks a little bit strange, don't get me wrong, but what we can do later on, once we've finished with the church, we can morph the ground around it, make it look a lot more interesting. But doing that stuff at first is always a little bit of a pain. So, you know, let's start off nice and easy. God, we've been on this map for a while, haven't we? This part of the land is like the only bit of sand that we have. Why is it? Well, not really. There's lots of sand on the water right here, but this is the only sand we can actually get. I'm pretty sure of it, anyway. But we did start this in, like, January, didn't we? Wow. It's been nearly a year. Will we finish on the same day? It'll be like Prison Architect. We'll finish at the exact same time as we, like, we'll finish a year on point, which would be pretty cool. Just move, speed things up a little bit here. Christmassy, though. What else about Christmas? You know, it's nice, but it's hard work. I think that's really what it is. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really realize just how much work goes into it on the sort of parent side of things. Not that I'm a parent myself, but I'm of age to not really be considered, you know, you can't, because you have your own job, you're harder to get gifts for because you can get relatively what you would like anyway. I'm kind of fussy on the things that I would like to get, and I don't really spend money that much. I don't really spend on things that I don't need, really. I like to just save up and then, like, at least once a year, upgrade my computer somewhat, which is what I'm doing this year. which I think is sort of reasonable. It's a very good idea for myself, because I do put that high on the list, sort of computer stuff, because I do like putting computers together, and I just find it very fun, really. That's my Christmas gift to myself, really. There we are. But this one's like the big one. This is the big upgrade. It's not just me sort of like changing the case around and adding a few upgrades here and there, but using old parts still. This is like everything's brand new, other than the graphics card that I have, because I bought that recently anyway, and it's a like 970. It's a 970, NVIDIA 970 anyway, so it's pretty good. It's sort of one off a Titan. I think it's one off a Titan or two off a Titan, because I'm not. Is the 980 considered the Titan? I don't know, actually. It's not something I have too much knowledge with when it comes to the names of products. But oh well. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and make the flooring. We have 1,429 wood, which I think is good enough. What kind of wooden flooring do we want, though? It's a very good. It's a good fort, actually. I'm looking over here. What's this right now? So that's the. I'm trying to think of what the timbered brick looked like. I think it just looked like the brick, didn't it? It wasn't wood. But now I'm thinking about it, it would traditionally be a stone floor, not wooden. Or maybe it has like a stone outline. That's not a bad idea. We could do a stone outline. What about the main body as well? Does that go out by one? Maybe it does. I can see it going out by a little bit extra. I should really be looking at some images, because it really does help. I didn't really get that I didn't get that any images up on my like other monitor just to help me out a little bit. Not as a I don't copy and paste. It helps to look at sort of world designs and think, okay, this is what it should look like. Let's make something similar but a little bit more of a different style. For now though, I guess we're just going to use our minds and hopefully it doesn't go to poop. Right, timbered floor, tiles, planks. Tiles do look quite nice. Smooth timber though. Oh, smooth timber does look pretty good though, especially for the special structures that we have. If we look at this, that's pretty good, and it does morph, or at least it does. There's like a nice contrast with the stone, because it's also sort of quite a dark looking color. It's pretty good, rich as well, sort of mahogany. I like it. Let's see. Brown, flat stone, cobblestone. We haven't really used the cobblestones, have we? I'm not too sure why. It's good pathing, I suppose. Maybe I'll do like something with that later on. Flat stone maybe is a good sort of floor surface. Well, is a good flooring. It's quite hard actually to think about this. Like stone or wood. I think wood. I think I'm gonna say wood, because the main structure is going to be made out of stone anyway. We need a little bit of contrast. And I'm thinking to myself, smooth timber. I think that's what we're going to use. Some smooth timber. It looks good. I like it. And we don't really use it enough. Depends, actually. How much does it cost? It's the same as everything else. I think we use too much timbered floor. Timbered tiles are pretty nice, but they look more industrial, to be honest with you. Timbered planks, I would say, are something that is unworthy of the church. Anyway, they want to use the sort of richest wood that they have. So we're going to make like an easy square right here. It's going to be sort of 9 by 9. There we are. And then that opens up into a much larger structure like this. There we go. And it's not just going to be a box. Like, just, you know, pay attention to that. It's not just going to be a box. In fact, we might want it to go in by 2, but have it do this. There we are. It's a very interesting looking design. I think we should go ahead by a little bit more, though. There we are. And then do this. Oh, I'm one off there for some reason. Don't know how that happened, but there we are. It looks like a bottle, actually, like a bottle of wine or something like that. Quite delicious, really. There we are. It's the blood of their lord in building form. Quite nice. I think the corner's right here as well. Maybe I do this here. This is where the entrance will go, or at least maybe the 2 entrances. Oh, that's a good point. We're going to have one right here and another one right here. And this is like a nice little pathway that goes into the graveyard as well, but it's still sort of part of the structure. That's a nice idea. I think I might stick with that. Will it be connected to this building, or will it look like a separate sort of roof? Well, I mean, roof-wise, will it be connected to this building? It's definitely going to be smaller down. I think, anyway. But it's not going to be where the watchtower goes, or where the bell tower goes. The bell tower is going to go probably on this side, and it's going to look like it's morphed its way through the structure Well, at least through the roofing of the structure in the middle. Not directly in the middle, just sort of on the right-hand side right here. I quite like that. Now, do we want to cover the edges with anything else? Like maybe stone? We did say earlier that maybe having a stone chisel around the edges might look quite nice. Or at least it'll make the flooring look a lot more interesting. I think we're going to go for it. We're going to go for the unchisel or whatever. I think this is actually another way of saying chiseled. Bollocks. I say chiseled too much. I don't really want to say chisel anyway when I mean border. It's more of a trim. That's it. Yeah, trim. Kind of. We're going to have a nice trim around it. We're going to be using the unchiseled timbered bricks. I know it looks really good. Very vibrant as well. There we are. And we have more than enough space. We're actually going to completely square this bit off. The only problem I really have right now is what point did I think I did do that corner. There we go. This still looks symmetrical on all sides. It looks about right. 3 across here, 3 across here. 2 there, 2 there. I think it looks quite nice. We're going to have like the nice window right here with a pathway going across it. Doorway right here, doorway right here. This can have a nice little window with it as well. We could probably get rid of this land and do something with it. Maybe a nice little garden. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Quite close to this garden. We can have like a fountain or something right here. Because I want the church to be quite representative. Yeah. Let's just zoom out a little bit. Let's see how this feels. Sort of size-wise. That's quite nice. I feel like that's a pretty good... it's pretty large, I would say. I'm just worried once again that the bell tower's probably going to be... It's probably going to need to be just as big as this tower. I mean, a part of me is annoyed by that, and another part of me is like, it doesn't necessarily matter. We have to know, though, that this is about the highest that you can go. If we just go up to about 10, and let's go up by 10 again and see if that was actually the top. So yeah, we can go up by 9 blocks from this point right here. I think this is good. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is nice. We're going to stick with this. So let's just get them to construct this. Just have them go nuts. And we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, let's have a nice little look around. Let's see if we can find any enemies. Let's see, enemies. Where are you? Hopefully just spiders. It looks like they have just... It looks like a bunch of spiders have just spawned in. Which is pretty good to see. Now, how's Islay doing with the ingots as well? It looks like she's probably fallen asleep. Islay, are you sleeping again? I think that's not Islay. That's the tailor. Where are you, Islay? Chilling out, I assume. Okay, then. She's got to be in the inn doing something. Doing what exactly? I don't know. Or in one of the houses. I'm just looking for someone that's sleeping. I guess not. Tell you what are you doing? Are you an imposter? Ask, what are you doing? Oh, the lumberjacks aren't doing anything, anyway. anything, apparently. We have like 103 logs. We only chopped down a few trees. That's pretty good. Let's start to chop down some more trees, though. I'm feeling really good right now. I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen. I feel very cozy. Very Christmassy. I feel like the Christmassy feeling also brings some nostalgic feeling. Lately, I've been talking a lot about Warcraft 3 and all the games of my past. It sounds like a bad thing, the games of my past. I do not speak of them. But no. Oh, 2 people running along right there. It's quite cold. They got like shorts on and everything. Like, damn. You got balls. I'll give you that. Oh, okay. I want to show this. This looks really good, actually. I quite like this. The contrast, I mean. The mahogany, I think, could be a little bit lighter, though. But I think it's still a nice block to go for. Tell you what, though. We should go to our furniture. Actually, this is a good point. The exterior of the building. Are we going to leave this stone on the outside or the inside? I think it needs to be on the inside. I think we've already said this is a good idea. Although, every corner shouldn't just be blocked off. Oh, there's a spider near a dark eye. Oh, our lumberjacks. Okay, then. I think I saw that spider earlier. Excuse me. There we are. Pretty cool. I like how our wall's done, though. It's weird to see our walls fully constructed. It was pretty much half constructed for like 50 episodes or something. It's still not really done, I suppose. We need to... Well, I don't really need to do this bit. It's just awkward to do when we've got all this farming and wood nearby. We probably can get rid of this wood at some point, like this little tree farm that we have right here, since we have this big one. But I don't think there's much point of doing that. Tell you what, though, check our storage, because I think... metals, I guess we have constructed the other storage units over here at blacksmiths. We have. They're clipping right there, which is a little bit annoying. It's a nice shape, though, oddly. There's like a centerpiece right there that's sort of poking out a little bit more. Quite cool looking.